We're here in Yarnell, Arizona at the Hotshots Memorial Hike. For those who are not aware of what happened out here, back in June 30th, 2013, 19 firefighters lost their lives during a fire out here. And since then, they made this memorial out here where they're remembering those who lost their lives. So from what I know about it, I've never done this hike before, but there's a bunch of switchbacks that go up. We first start off at the stairwell, and then it just switchbacks all the way up, and on each end of the switchbacks, I believe that there's another plaque of one of the lost firefighters. And then once we get to the top, I believe we actually climbed down into an area where the firefighters actually lost their lives. So they have a bigger memorial down there. So this is not your typical, rah-rah kind of hike, where it's all going to be fun and games. I mean, this is kind of serious business and pretty emotional stuff. So it's good to be out here and to learn more about it and to, be a part of it and just remember those who lost their lives. So as far as the hike stats go, I believe it's about 7.5, 8 miles round trip. But that always changes for whatever reason, with my hike. So, sometimes we go off track to explore things or whatever. So it always ends up being more, but they listed as between 7.5 and like 8.5 miles. So we'll see at the end what we actually get, and we'll just see how it goes. we made it to the final plaque up on this trail, and we're on top of this ridge that we're going to be riding along. We can see these people behind me. And speaking of them, actually, all those crosses that you've been seeing next to them, the yellow and the red with the names on them, that woman in front of us has been putting them down next to the plaques, which is really cool. They her kids have been carrying up the crosses in there and putting them next to the plaques while the mom seems to be reading out loud to the children, you know, about each and every story that we see on these plaques, learning more about these guys. So what's going to happen is we're going to continue along here, and what happens is we're going to hit a point on the other side here where we start going down. We just saw it quickly over there on the trail on the way here. We could see there's a round memorial with American flag down below. So that's exactly where the 19 Hotshot firefighters lost their lives, and they actually built a memorial right on the spot. So that's where we're heading now, and we'll see when we get down there. So as you've seen, we did make it down here to the actual memorial, and it is, you know, it's a little emotional. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people have left here for the memorial, you know, from t-shirts, plaques, hats, all kinds of stuff, flags, and it's just, yeah, it's a pretty sensitive area, and it seems like it's pretty well kept around here too as well, which is good. And we actually even saw someone bring something down here for one of the firefighters. So it's this is a pretty busy visited place. It seems like there's always someone down here. I actually thought there was going to be a lot more people down here today, but there was a big group of kids that were down here, but they ended up leaving. And but overall, it's pretty quiet, and come down here, you pay your respects, and you just gotta be thankful, you know, to be alive, really, you know, and not go through what these guys went through, you know. So also in the center here, they have each one of the crosses with the firefighters' names on them. So they were all represented right in this area, apparently, of where the tragedy actually happened. You know, when you sit here, you kind of guess about what exactly went wrong. Being that it's in sort of like a cul-de-sac, you can kind of get a good idea how they kind of got trapped down here. So, and weirdly enough, I mean, there is a wind here today, and that's sort of what went wrong, right? I mean, the wind changed on them, and they end up getting caught in this kind of dead end here. So, and it's still windy here today. There is a half-mast flag over there that we did walk down to. There's nothing much more over there. It is kind of cool though that they have a light that's being charged by a solar panel. So every night that flag is being lit up on its own, you know, by a single light. So it's pretty interesting in itself. Yeah, so the hike we got down here in about just under 4 miles, so it's right on pace of what it's supposed to be. So basically we got another like 4 mile hike back to the car, and that'll be it. All right, so we're working our way out of the memorial. It is a hike out. I don't know, I didn't actually pay attention to the actual amount of feet that you have to go down. If I had to guess, it's probably about 300 to 500 feet down, but there's a lot of switchbacks, and very gentle switchbacks, so they're pretty easy. So now we're just kind of hiking our way back out and up to the ridge, and then basically from there it's all downhill. So anyone's going to come out here and visit this memorial, just be aware that there is a down climb and a climb out to get to the actual memorial. We made it to the top, back up to the ridge, and it's not bad. It's again, I thought it was going to be, you can kind of tell on the way down that it was going to be kind of gentle, and it was gentle coming up. So kind of did it all in one take, and nice little workout, but nothing too difficult. And so now that we're on top of the ridge on the way back, we It's all down here from here. So that's it. We made it back to the parking lot. And so the hike ended up being 7.6 miles and just over 1,800 gain. So not bad, and lived up to basically what it was supposed to be. We didn't leave the trail at all, so that's why that's why it stayed to the same stats that it was supposed to be. We didn't do any outside exploring into the rocks or anything like that. We just stayed on the trail, and it lived up to what it was supposed to be. So worked out perfect. So now that's it. That's the Hotshots hike. But if you do decide to come out here, just remember a couple things. Don't come out here in the middle of the summer. Probably not a good idea. This is November, and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. I can tell you it's pretty toasty, even in November. So, and the other thing is, as you see behind me, the parking lot is not big. It holds about 12 cars. We got here around 9, between 9 and 9:30. So we did not park in this parking lot. There's a couple spots past the parking lot that we just kind of parked in like the dirt. We made like our own overflow parking lot. But it's either that, or they do during like busy times, probably around the actual Memorial time of June 30th, even though it would be smoking hot out here. They do have shuttles that leave out of downtown Yarnell, which is about 3 miles from here, that will shuttle you over here to the parking lot, or to the trailhead. So just kind of keep all that in mind. If you do want to get a spot here, I'd probably get here very, super, super early.